Yo, what's good with y'all, man? I appreciate all the love and support as always. I appreciate everybody for continuing to like, comment, and those that have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed already, definitely please subscribe, especially if you've been here more than one time. Today I got a good video for y'all. I know that y'all know that I usually will tell y'all, right? I usually tell y'all, I give y'all a bit of advice, and I tell y'all to talk less and listen more, right? Ask questions, ask open-ended questions, and let people talk, and so you can be able to get to know that person, so you can be able to get to understand that person and stuff like that, right? So today I got 4 questions that you should ask women. 4 questions you should ask women if you want to get to know her. Now this is really for like, if this somebody you just with for the night, bro, you can use these if you want to. It really don't matter. But if there's somebody that you really rocking with, you really, you know what I'm saying, really want to get to know, these are good questions that you should ask. And these are good questions, and I'm going to explain why each question is good, and I'm going to give y'all the psychology behind it. I'm going to give y'all the reasoning behind it. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to get into number one. Number one, bro, listen. If you want to get into a deep conversation with a woman, bro, and you want her to express herself, and you want her to, you know what I'm saying, ask her, first question I would say, ask her, who are you? And bro, anybody on here can act like this is corny. I'm telling y'all, bro, like this is real gang. Like I'm telling y'all, like I'm telling you, right? Ask her, who are you, right? And I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna tell you why you should ask her, who are you? Who are you is a good question to ask a woman, because then she has to sit and she has to think. It's deep, bro. Y'all gotta go deeper than the surface. You see what I'm saying? Like all of these basic questions that y'all be asking women just to get a conversation started. You asking her when her birthday is, when is this, when is that. Man, listen, that's all cool. But if you really want her to sit and want her to think, and you really want to pick her brain, and you really want to understand her, ask her a question like, who are you? And basically that question is important because you asking her like, what's your character? Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know who they are, bro. Not even just women, but women and men. So when you ask somebody, who are you? They have to sit and probably think, because you don't want no surface level answer. I don't want to hear, oh, I'm just a good person. No, who are you? Who are you? Do you know yourself? Who are you? What is your character? What will people say about you? Who are you? You see what I'm saying? And that way you get her thinking, and she's going to think about an answer, because she's gonna think about a good answer, because she has to sit and process that in her mind and be like, damn, who am I? You see what I'm saying? And so, bro, you're gonna enter her mind, because if you got her attention and y'all are having a good conversation and you ask her something like this, she's gonna sit, she's gonna think, she's gonna process that, and she's gonna reveal something about herself that'll help you later down the line. It'll help you get to understand her more. Now, like I said, this is somebody. This is if you want to get to know that person. You see what I'm saying? Ask her, who are you? Who are you? That's going to start a conversation. Bro, all of these surface level questions that people be asking, and these surface level conversations that people have, don't do anything. If you want a girl to really like remember you, you want to be the favorite, bro. You want to be the one that, you know what I'm saying? Not that you compete with anybody, but if you really just, if you want to get to know her, if you want to understand her, you want her to rock with you, bro, you ask her questions like that. That's how you get into deep conversations. That's how deep conversations start, and that's how she not gonna forget you, bro. She gonna forget the dude that just asked her. Cause the thing is, bro, you ask a girl, what's your favorite color, bro? You gonna forget that, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like, you're not, and that's not really that significant. Like, it's significant for the little small things, and you know what I'm saying. You're gonna know that stuff as you get to know that person. But asking, if you want to have a real deep conversation and you want somebody, you want her to really reveal something about herself, you ask her, who are you? She should start describing her character. She should start describing who she is if she knows herself. Some people, some women may be honest with you and tell you, I really don't know myself. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to get to understand myself. I'm still trying to figure out who I am. You see what I'm saying? And then you go deeper from there. That's how you really get to know somebody, bro. You ask somebody a question like that. That's number one. Number two is going to be, you ask her, what's something that you're currently, or what's something that you're actively working on about yourself? And the reason why I would say this is a good question is because this is going to tell you if she holds herself accountable. You see what I'm saying? Because nobody's perfect, bro. Everybody has something that they're working on, or they should have things that they're working on. And if they're not working on anything about themselves, that means that they probably don't take accountability, and they probably think that they're perfect, and they probably think that they're never wrong, bro. If you ask somebody what's something that you actively work on about what's something that you actively work on about yourself, and they can't give you an answer, I'm not saying that like they don't hold themselves accountable at all. It's not saying like that's the end all be all, but it's a high chance that they don't. Because if somebody asks me, if somebody asks me what's something that I'm working on about myself, I'm gonna be able to give them an answer because I'm always evolving. I'm always working. I'm always trying to figure out how I can do better in life. I'm always figuring out what I can change about myself to make myself better. I'm always looking at how can I be great. And I think women are the same way if they hold themselves accountable. These days, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Don't nobody hold themselves accountable. Women and men, nobody holds themselves accountable anymore. Like everybody thinks that they can just do whatever they want, and that when somebody challenges them, that they're wrong. No, you need to hold yourself accountable because there are things that everybody should be working on about themselves. Nobody is going to be perfect. Nobody is going to be, especially in your early 20s, late 20s. Like, bro, you got to be learning. You got to be evolving. And that's what's going to be able to, if she's honest with you, you'll be able to see if she holds herself accountable, if she actually knows herself. That's why that kind of piggybacks off the first question about who are you. Bro, ask her, what are you actively working on about yourself? That's how and then you go deeper into that. You see what I'm saying? You ask her more questions. She gonna start talking. She may ask you the same question. But I'm telling y'all, these are deep conversations that, you chilling with a girl, you vibing with her, whatever the case may be. Y'all having good conversation. Y'all had a nice night. Y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? These are questions that you can ask her, bro. She gonna reveal her soul to you, bro. And it's gonna show you the red flags early. Because if she tell you, oh no, I'm good, I'm perfect, I'm nothing, ain't nothing wrong with me. Red flag, Brody, that means she ain't gonna never be wrong. She ain't never gonna be wrong, I'm trying to tell you. So you gotta be careful. And you gotta watch the way and see the way and hear the way that she answers that question when you ask it. And also, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, like, these are questions that will make a woman remember you, because all dudes do, especially when they only got one thing on their mind. They don't ask these type of questions because they don't even know how to communicate. They don't even know how to answer these questions themselves. And so I would say, and I want to hold y'all accountable too, if you're going to use any of this, if you're going to ask these questions, you should be able to answer these questions as well. You can't ask nobody, who are you, and you don't know who you are. Or you don't have an answer ready for them to say, well, who are you? You see what I'm saying? Don't go in there and just be asking questions that you can't even answer yourself. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, you ask somebody what they actively working on about themselves, or what's something that they need to improve in. That's another way of framing it. Like, what's something you think that you need to improve in, and what are you doing to improve it? That's gonna tell you a lot about that person. That's number 2. Number 3. And this is like, as you start to get to know her, you know what I'm saying? This is somebody, like, if you really care about this and you actually want to see where things go with this girl, you think she a good girl, bro, you gotta ask a girl what her family is like. And that may be, for real, from keeping 100 with you, that may be a question you want to ask up front too, because that's going to tell you a lot about a woman based off of what her family is like, especially if she's young, if she's on the younger side. Like, bro, I'm young, I'm 26, so like, yeah, that's an important question. And I'm going to tell you why it's an important question. Dudes will go out here and they will go as far as to have a child with a woman and has never asked her, what is your family like? Bro, you child like need to know if she got a relationship with her father. You child like need to know if it's a good relationship with her father. Did she have her father? Because that's important. That's going to tell you a lot about a woman, bro. You see what I'm saying? Her family dynamic. Does she come from a toxic family? Because like I said, it'll be dudes out here that'll get a woman pregnant and have a baby with a woman and have never met their family. I'm not even saying meet, but even ask the question, what is your family like? What is your family dynamic? How did you grow up? Did you grow up with 2 parents in the household? Did you not? Do your family get along? Is it toxic? Is it a toxic dynamic? Do you not like your mom? Do you not like your dad? Like, what is it? And it's not like you may not get, I'm not saying on the first date you're going to get a woman to real life get deep into, and she may, you never know. You may get an open book and she may go deep into that. But as you get to know somebody, that's a question that you got to ask, especially if you plan on taking that person seriously, bro. Because like I said, a dude will real life go out here and get a woman pregnant and not understand that you do realize that when you have a baby with a woman, that family is going to be your child's family as well. And so nobody be asking these type of questions and y'all just be out here doing stuff. You see what I'm saying? And then you have a baby with a woman, and then you have brought a child into this world in a toxic environment, and you didn't know because you're irresponsible because you never asked the question, what's your family like? And also, even if you ask it up front, even if you get some surface level answers, you can still kind of understand some things. Like if you ask her what's your family like, and she like, oh, I grew up this way, I grew up that way, whatever the case may be, or That should be able to tell you about yourself. That's why I always say that y'all have to listen. And if you listen, you ask the right questions and then you listen, you start to really understand that person, and you will understand what that person is about and what that person got going on as long as you listen and you ask the right questions. People could call this whatever they want, bro. This is just being intentional about getting to know somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to collect data, collect information so that you can understand that person more, and you can, like, bro, if you got somebody that's in your face that's a red flag and that is not good for you, you need to find that out early before you go too far and you start doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing with them. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got to ask questions. And also it helps you with the woman too, because it creates a deeper conversation. They gonna remember them conversations, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Bro, it's a lot of dudes out here, and you gotta still be, you still gotta, you know, like you still, it's a lot more to go over because you can't ask these questions and be lame and ask them the wrong way. So I'm trying to just get out of psychology behind it. But we'll do another video on the other side of it. But yeah, bro. So we're gonna go to number 4. Number 4, and I think this is a common question, but I think that people, like, I be talking to women sometimes, fool, and I'll ask this question. They be like, ain't nobody asked me that question in a while, or a dude's never asked me that question, or whatever the case may be. And that is, what do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? That's a very common question. That's a question that I think that people used to ask people all the time. But I think that now, I think we got away from that question. But I think that's going to tell you where she sees herself and what her values are, what her vision is for her life. Especially now, bro, when you really young, if anybody that's young watching this, I'm talking about young, like, bro, you 18, 19. A lot of times, like, unless a girl going to college or something like that, like, bro, they don't know. Like, that they're not going to really 100% know. But when you start to get older and you start to get around my age, if you younger, and I'm not old at all, bro, I'm 26, so I'm still relatively young. But I'm getting to the point where I'm approaching my 30s. Like, I'll be 27 years old next year, so I'm approaching 30. If you ask this question and a woman can't tell you, or like it'll also tell you like where she thinks her life is headed, or if her life is headed anywhere, and it'll tell you what her values are. Because let's say you meet a woman, right? Let's say you around my age. Let's say you 26, 27 years old, and you ask a woman, "What do you see yourself in the next 35 years?" And she says, "I want to be married. I want to be blah 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 blah." Boom, that'll give you an indication of where she is, what she on, and what she trying to do, and what she got going on. So if she telling you she want to be married and that's not what you want, you know that off rip. You see what I'm saying? You already know. You like, all right, bet. Shawty talking about she trying to get married. And if she be like, well, I'm working on my business, I'm doing this, I want to get this done, then you know she's more like career driven. And whichever one that you like, it's up to you. Like if she tell you, you know, I want to be married with kids in the next 5 years or whatever the case is, that'll tell you one thing about her. And then she say, well, I want to have my business, blah, 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 blah. That'll tell you another thing. That'll tell you what type of girl you're dealing with if you ask her, because she's going to know. And then that's not to say that those things ain't going to ever cross. Like a woman can say, I want to be married in the next 5 years, but I also want to have this and that with my career done, whatever. So it'll just give you an idea of where she sees her life going. It'll also give you an idea if y'all going to align, because she's going to ask you the same question most likely, and y'all just go compare and contrast. That'll tell you. I'm going to tell y'all, bro, you save a lot of time by asking the right questions, because once you ask the right questions, they will always tell you exactly what you need to know and how you need to structure things if you're going to rock with her. And it'll tell you if you don't want to rock with her at all. You may be like, bro, hey, look, I ain't looking to get married in the next 3 to 5 years, or you don't believe in marriage or whatever the case is. You already know that's one thing y'all don't align on. Go back and watch my video where I talked about, I think it was a number of signs that she isn't for you. And I think one of the points that I had hit was, if your values and beliefs don't align. So like I said, if you ask the question, when you see yourself 3 to 5 years, you're around my age, 26, 27 years old, and 3 years for her is 30, or 3 years for you is 30. And she telling you she want to be married, she want to have kids, blah, blah. And you ain't on that, you ain't with that. That'll tell y'all just on that point right there, y'all don't align. So you can start making some decisions. You see what I'm saying? You can start making some decisions like, all right, bet I'm going to deal with her this way. I'm going to deal with her that way. You're going to slaughter here. You're going to slaughter there. You see what I'm saying? So, bro, it's about being intentional. It's about being intentional. It's about asking the right questions. It's about asking good questions. It's about getting below the surface, bro, and really getting to know somebody. It's all sales to me. I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. It's all sales to me. happy to use it in real life just because whatever, you know, that's just what I know, and I know that it works. And so if you want to have deep conversations, you really want to get to know somebody, you want to know where they're headed, you ask certain questions, but you got to know how to add, you got to know how to answer those questions as well. You got to learn how to communicate. And this is just a way to communicate, bro. Ask questions, ask better questions, bro. Y'all keep asking this girl what her favorite color is. All right, that's cool. Like, that's cool, but do you really want to know her? Do you really want to read her soul? You see what I'm saying? So I just gave y'all some real game. I just gave y'all some real game to work with, bro. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this video in the comments. Let me know what questions that you think that you should ask or you think other men should ask. I want y'all to compare notes in the comments and all of that stuff. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me, also tell me what y'all want to see next. Bro, I got a lot of stuff coming for the new year, bro. I got a lot of stuff coming in the new year. I'm telling y'all. I'll see y'all in another video, though. Love.